Hello everybody, it's Euro Truck Simulator 2, and we're doing another one of these Halloween deliveries. However, it's not to one of the cool drop-off spots, but it's to the final town that I haven't been to in Eastern Europe. So that press the following key to attach the trailer. I think it's man, my brain just went blank. This button. Anyways, we're doing it. That's annoying. That's annoying. The backup thing. Anyways, we're going. We're going now. Right now, because I'm done with doing Eastern Europe, and I know that we're supposed to be trying to find those fun little like Halloween swirly portal spots to go and discover Scaryland, but they're not really showing up anymore. I do have the right delivery truck where it's like Halloween candy or costumes or whatever, but there's no swirly spots. It's just a regular delivery, and I can't help it because that's the only external contracts they're offering as a delivery. So, but this is good. So because after this drive, we can get down into Italy. That's going to be fun. And I also saw another DLC that showed Ireland. So I'm I've never been there, so that'll be fun. And for example, I have through my arts drawing program, I have a friend, and she's French, and we've been talking for a long time now. And so we were talking about museums to go and visit around Europe and stuff. And because I need to do my yearly trip, I'm gonna go in March this year. I'm gonna go check out some like museums and stuff. I want to see if she'll recommend me a few, so that I can go and walk. But she's just like, don't go to the freaking Louvre. Whatever you do, it's such a tourist trap. I'll point you in the direction for some fun spots. And I was laughing because I'm just like, what's wrong with the Louvre? If you show up with a furniture moving truck, you can just pull right up to it and take whatever treasure you want out of that thing. Because that was a recent thing where somebody during the daytime pulled up a furniture moving vehicle to a second floor and just opened up the window and grabbed some crowns or some treasure and stuff and left. That's crazy, right? And it was funny how the article said like, and the thieves were really respectful when they smashed the glass to steal the jewelry. And I'm sitting there like, respectful? What? How do you do that? Like, sorry, smash? You know, like, what? How do you be respectful when you're stealing treasure from a museum well known as the Louvre? It's so hilarious. So yeah, because we were my friend from France and I, she draws a lot of like manga comics. I do my usual like construction drawings of like humans. I draw a lot of like faces, and also paint digital paint landscapes, and so it's like we kind of got along because we, I guess, similar-ish in drawing styles. And so we were talking about this certain monk art stuff where monks or priests or from all different religions, where they spend a lot of time in this type of meditative state, or a lot of Western religions call it prayer, but it's meditation. And they draw these really intricate, detailed, geometric pattern drawings, and they do it for days. And it's just this form of a ritual almost, and she knew exactly what I was saying. And she's just like, oh, I know exactly what you mean. I'm gonna point out some spots to you, so when you're ready to like pick out your like museum, just let me know. And I'll show you. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And that's the best time that I have when I go traveling. I meet the best people, even though it's short term and I'll never see them again. But it's those people that you meet along the way. I have the best stories. And yes, I've said this before, but I'm looking forward to it. Because I've just been in my apartment writing my story for way too long, and I'm like in those final stages. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready to be done and throw it and just release it. That's gotta the world building is almost done. Then I have to like redo the characters, and I gotta make a lot of like bad guys and stuff. It's definitely like a manga storyline for sure. But I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to my French friend there, and be all like, so you do manga art, and you've published a lot. So I have a story. Huh? It's an idea. Anyways, I'm driving and I'm trying to remember what was I going to talk about? I have my notes here. Let's see. Oh, well, talk about travel. I wanted to go to a town hall meeting for my city, and planned it out. Went on like Google Maps VR. Oh, that's the best way. We could fly around and check out where you're gonna go, and see all the kind of like the parking lot stuff and all the roads and things before you actually go. If you have a VR headset, it's such a great tool. Just get like Google Maps VR and go and check it out. It'll blow your mind. Oops, sorry about that. It's raining. It's not raining out anymore, and my wipers are going. Apologize for that. So I was going to go to this like town meeting because I have a question about this type of flock software that they're installing in our police station's computer that will make it really easy to find somebody. And it uses AI, and so that's going to be one of those scary things because it's a surveillance state. And I also check on my local news now, and it's all fentanyl news. It's just like the dark side of paradise. Oh, and somebody died from a fentanyl overdose, and oh, fentanyl was found within this awkward place, and oh, the problems that you have with fentanyl. And that's like all of my local news, back to back to back. Including with this flock software, we're being prepped. We're being so prepped to be invaded by the regime. It's scary. It's so freaking scary. But yeah. So anyways, I wanted to go to this town hall meeting and talk to the police department and question them, because there's this workaround with this flock software. And I've probably mentioned this in another stream already, but I'm talking about it now because it bothers me that much. Where the police department promises they will never share their data with anybody unless it's a terrorist moment, and they got to share it with the FBI. That the workaround is that everybody who's not loyal to the regime is labeled a terrorist these days. Of course, the FBI is just going to come in and swoop in and use all of our surveillance data to quickly find anybody they want within our city and just start nabbing people off of the streets. You know, I walk around a lot here, and I haven't seen any crew, lurking around in their unmarked vehicles. I haven't seen them yet, but it's coming. Because as soon as Los Angeles is pushed into, it'll start to spread. That's kind of like a tactic, a military tactic that I learned in the army. Or it's a simple tactic anywhere, really. You don't even need to be in the army. You take the capital city, and the area falls because that is seen as this iconic spot where it's like, oh my god, the biggest city fell, we're all doomed, So it's easy for them to spread out and take the surrounding areas. We did it in Baghdad, during the Operation Iraqi Freedom. Same exact thing. So that's coming soon. Anyways, so I wanted to go talk about this workaround with this type of thing that this Flock software is going to be used to go after anybody they want. And then I learned who was going to this town hall meeting, and she was from the regime. And I was like, uh-oh. And then I also found out, because I signed up for it, because you have to like RSVP, there was no like showing up for it. And so I got a call from another county over, from another city, and then they called me about this individual from a regime who was coming to our town hall. And I'm like, that was really strange. Like, why is somebody from that town over calling us? And I found out, because they're from a regime, that's the only spot that they could win a vote to hold the seat in this area. And it was going to be this whole town hall meeting with that person asking questions to the public around here to see how they feel about the regime. And then I didn't show up. I was just like, nope, I'm not going to give her. I'm not going to like give her my eyes or my ears. I'm not going to give her my attention. I'm not going to platform her. I'm not going to give her a chance. The worst thing you can do to one of these regime politicians is not show up, is leave them stranded. Because I watched a couple of videos and a couple other pictures showing off her last town meeting, and it was these 5 old, like crony old, like 80-year-old, 90-year-old men on this round table, just like sitting there, like laughing. It almost looked like a senior citizen center, and those were the only people who showed up for her town hall meeting. And I'm like, see, that's what you do. You discourage them. You make them feel alienated. You kick them out, So that's why I didn't show up. This town hall meeting. That's right. You kick them out and you throw them out. You're not welcome, and you never will be. Anyways, sorry, I'm getting, even me who likes to sit back and not get all involved with these things, because it's just a game. And it's all just a politician's game to try to hold on to a seat. And then after they've gained that seat, they'll just sit there and just try to hold on to it by just planning their next campaign strategy to hold on to that next seat for the next couple of years. And they really don't do what they say. They'll promise you like one thing, they might get to it, but the rest of it is just money talk. It's all money talk, and anything that involves you is put on the back seat. So what else do I have to talk about? Oh man, yeah. So talking about awkward people and awkward situations. I played this new MOBA game called Star Vault. I talked about it in the previous game, and I kept my mic going in game to see if I could, meet some new players and stuff. And the only person who spoke up was this really awkward dude, and he's just like, "Who's that speaking?" And I'm like, "It's me who's speaking." And then he goes like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "My name is Miller." And he goes like, "I didn't ask you for your government name, man. What's your game name?" And I'm like, "It's Miller." And he goes, "Oh, well, where are you?" And I'm like, "Why do you want?" "Okay, I'm above you. I'm flying in the drone, dropping bombs over you. I'm supporting you from above." And he's like, "Oh, whatever." And then it was just another weird moment in VR where I try to meet somebody, and they're always these awkward, socially awkward, weird people that have this. They're not there to meet you, but he was obviously there to try to get people to do what he wants. that's what usually comes out of those questions. Where are you? I want you to do this now. That's right. You better go ahead and do this thing for me, because that's been 100% of the time that I've met those weirdos like that. Oh well, it was another upset. Maybe next time I'll meet another cool person eventually in VR. But we're finally here. And we're finally, you guys, we have discovered Katowice. I probably pronounced that wrong, but Katowice. Damn, I'm pronouncing it wrong. But anyways, that's what it's called. That's what it's named now. Now this is the final city. We've discovered all of Eastern Europe, and we will now move on to Italy after this video. Turn off. Oh, whoops, no, turn my vehicle back on. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Skip for now. And that's it. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. We will check out Italy. I'll figure out what this, try to find where these portals show up, so that while we're discovering Italy, we could like possibly go to the spooky land like you see around me here. But thanks for hanging out with me. Bye-bye for now. I'm holding the wrong button. I'm holding the wrong thing. Okay, goodbye. See you later. You're awesome. I know. You're so cool. Yeah, thanks. Cool. Bye.